I'm Diana Hallis, and this is my video on empathy and parenting. It's about how empathy affects your parenting and how your child's empathy can affect them later in life. Empathy can affect your parenting. Specifically, empathy is impacted by familial factors such as intergenerational transmission of empathy, parenting styles, and parent-child relationship quality. I personally believe that empathy is transmitted through parenting styles. I think that positive reinforcement is the best way to go, although authoritarian parenting hasn't been shown to decrease empathy or increase it, and it doesn't affect narcissism either. I think the way that you go about your parenting affects your child, and I think that they will take that and transmit it to their child. Your child's empathy is most affected by maternal parenting. It's been found for maternal permissive parenting to contribute directly and indirectly to antisocial behavior. It works through its effects on cognitive and emotional empathy development. I believe that this really shapes how your child empathizes with other people and with you. It affects future generations. I think that if we want a healthy society, we should start in the way we parent. So, what can we do about this empathy problem? I propose that in school for children of all ages, and this includes K through 12, that we should make a class that's centered around building empathy, healthy relationships, and also a healthy lifestyle and mindset. Although it's not been proven that these factors are related, I believe that they are. I think that it would be hard to have empathy when you don't have healthy relationships and a disrupted mindset. I think that these factors should be included in the class, as well as other healthy building factors. I think this class should be aimed at promoting empathy and a healthy life. In this class, kids will be scored based on their effort and participation. They'll play games and they'll have homework. If the kid misses the class, they shouldn't be penalized. The purpose of the class is to promote well-being. So you might be concerned with how can we afford this? An extra class, wouldn't that mean extra teachers? Well, I don't think necessarily, and I don't think it would really cost us a lot of money. Most schools have a school therapist or counselor or even a psychologist on staff for kids who have problems and for somebody that they can go to. Well, I think this person should be involved in the activity that is about once a week for each grade level all the way through high school. Class will be a lot like an elective, such as gym class or art. The kids will go to it about once a week and it'll last an hour. I know that's not a lot of time, but I think that this weekly exposure would help kids develop empathy. I know in my experience in this class, I personally am not the most empathetic person, but after taking this class, I've realized that I've been thinking about it more and more. And I think that a lot of it is from education and just the exposure to it. It's something I'd never thought about before, and I think that's how this would work. So for kids in middle school, there's, you know, 3 grades in middle school, so that would happen 3 times a week. In elementary school, these kids, the therapist would conduct it 5 times a week since there's 5 grades, and 4 for high school. It really shouldn't take too much of the counselor's time, and they should still be able to conduct all of their basic duties that they do now. It should take about an hour of the therapist's time, and even less for kids who are in middle school and in high school, since the therapist would only be doing this 4 to 3 times a week. I think that for this program, every school counselor or therapist should go through a basic teaching method. It doesn't have to be super in-depth, since even substitute teachers don't have a lot of training. So I think it should be a basic hour to 2 hour training that they should be certified in to conduct this class. So this class is geared at being fun. In the class, kids will complete empathy exercises that improve their empathy towards each other. They'll also have take-home assignments every week that they will complete with both parents or whomever their guardian is. I think this is probably the most important part of the weekly class. I think that with parenting, these exercises can help both the parent and the child. It will give the parent a weekly exposure to empathy too, without them even realizing it. They'll see their kid's perspective, and their kids will see their perspective. And I think this will be a good foundation for a healthy relationship and one that promotes empathy. I think things like pro-social video games would really help with this. I know not everyone can play video games, but in class we could have video games as a way for one week, and maybe we could do something else a different week. I think that this would really help, and it's also been shown that pro-social video games are positively associated with the tendency to maintain positive affective relationships, cooperation, and sharing, as well as empathy. This kind of goes back to what I believe about healthy relationships, that they also affect your empathy. I think you can't really have one without the other, and I think that this would be best if we just exposed everybody towards it just a little bit every week. Just think of all the positive effects we could see throughout our society if everybody were a little more empathetic. This is the end of my video, and I would like to take the time now to ask if anybody has any questions.